Yeah, absolutely. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Do your research. Have a reason for what you're doing. Look at the statutes, look at the cases, have a justifiable reason for why you're advising a client the way that you are. Um, but at the end of the day, understand you're not always going to get it right. So give yourself grace, and just think positively throughout it. You got to have a conviction that you're going to get it figured out one day, and the mistakes you made today are not going to happen the next time. You're going to make the correction. So just don't be too hard on yourself and just keep pushing through.
Yeah. I always tell younger lawyers, one of the things I committed to early on in my practice is if I have good news, I give it to the client. If I have bad news, I give it to the client right away. And it doesn't matter. The news does not get better with age. And so if it's a bad result and you're afraid that you might have done something wrong or what have you, don't second guess what you've done. Like you said, you've got a principled reason for the activity and that plan that you did. But tell the client right away, communicate with them, and just let them know, hey, wasn't the result we were hoping for. And obviously, the good news is easy. We're excited to share that, but the same principle is probably even more important on the bad news side. So if you did do something wrong, maybe get some advice before you go down that road. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you got to trust your judgment as a lawyer and say, hey, we tried this thing. This was the plan, and it didn't work out. That's why lawyers never win or lose. We just practice, right? So
right. That's right. Well, Seth, thank you so much for letting me kind of take a walk down memory lane with the very early days of my law practice. And hopefully that's beneficial to the people that are watching or listening to this episode of the podcast. Um, you know, I, I draw strength and inspiration from those that have been there, done that, and so hopefully other people can kind of see that it's possible from the things that we talk about here on the podcast.
yeah, and Thomas, that brings to mind we've just had a lot of news recently in the Indiana bar where longtime Indiana lawyers have passed on recently. And so, our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to the families of those affected for sure. But just a sobering reminder of how fleeting life can be and how much impact those lawyers had on us in various ways as we were growing up through the profession. And now hopefully we can give some of that back to those who are coming along behind us as well. And you read the accolades and the memories that those folks have left behind, and the impact of their legacy is just really astounding. And so look at that in your own life and say, boy, I hope somebody will write something like that about me someday.
That's right.